Warriors of price action and guardians of fundamentals, welcome to Retail Recon. On today's episode, we're breaking down one of the most practical income strategies, the option wheel. This is not a strategy for chasing home runs. It is designed for putting your core holdings to work by collecting premium while you hold your assets. If you're holding an ETF, a large cap stock, or another asset you believe in for the long run, the wheel gives you a way to generate income around that position without constantly trying to predict every little market move. The goal here is to build income, manage cost basis, and stay in control of the position. Let's dive in. The option wheel is built for long-term holdings. That means the underlying is something you actually want to own for years, not something you're trying to flip in a week. There is no strong directional bias here. The assumption is that over time, the asset should slowly gain value. In the meantime, you use options to collect premium around it. The wheel has two main jobs: generate income and manage shares in and out of the position. If you get assigned, that is not automatically a failure. In some cases, assignment is a part of the process. In fact, if you are using the wheel correctly, assignment can be a way to slowly build or reduce your core position. The wheel starts with shares, ideally at least 200 shares, because that gives you room to work both sides of the trade more efficiently. From there, you sell calls against your shares and puts if you are willing to buy more shares on assignment. The structure is simple. Sell a call above the market if you want premium and are willing to let the shares go. Sell a put below the market if you want premium and are willing to buy more shares. If assignment happens, you adjust the position and keep spinning the wheel. The logic is straightforward. One side helps you get paid while you wait, the other side helps you add or trim shares depending on where the price goes. The call side is where you decide how aggressive you want to be. There are really two call types in this framework. Call 1, the assignment call. This is usually a call with delta around 0.3 to 0.4. You collect decent premium and there is a real chance the shares get called away. That can be useful if you want to reduce your position or exit part of it on purpose. Call 2, the expiration call. This is usually a lower delta call, around 0.10 to 0.2. The goal here is for it to expire worthless. Less premium, lower risk, higher probability of success. If you do not want assignment, then this is the type of call you should focus on. The main rule here is do not let expiration calls drift into the money. If they start getting threatened, roll them up and out. The put side is the mirror image of the call side. Put 1, the assignment put. This is usually a put with delta around 0.3 to 0.4. It carries a realistic chance of assignment, and if you are happy to buy more shares, that can be part of the plan. Put 2, the expiration put. This is the lower delta version, around 0.10 to 0.2, same as with the calls, and this is where the goal is simply for the option to expire worthless. Again, the idea is the same. One leg is there to potentially bring you more shares, and the other is there to collect premium with a higher probability of success. Position management, this is where the wheel starts to matter in real life. The bigger your share position, the more option contracts you can sell. 200 shares give you 4 contracts, 2 short puts and 2 short calls. One of each is always an assignment leg and the other is expiration leg. 300 shares give you 6, free and free. 400 shares give you 8, 4 and 4, and so on. The key is to scale according to the size of the account and the size of the holding. If the stock or ETF is a core position, then the wheel should stay balanced around your overall portfolio, not around the emotions of the day. One important rule: try to sell puts below your average purchase price and calls above it. That way, assignment works in your favor. If you get called away, you still book a profit. If you get assigned on the put side, you lower your cost basis. If that exact structure is not possible, be flexible. In high volatility, it may still make sense to go a little further out. The goal is not perfection, the goal is consistency. The biggest risk in the wheel is not the option premium. It's the underlying asset losing value for a long time. This is why this strategy is best used on core holdings and preferably on broad, diversified ETFs or other strong long-term names. You want something you are comfortable owning through rough patches. And if the underlying drops too far, you stop the wheel. A good rule of thumb If the asset drops around 15% from your average purchase price, you close the short positions and reassess. Do not keep spinning wheel on a deteriorating asset just because you want to keep collecting premium. This is how a strategy turns into denial. So here is the wheel in one frame. It is an income strategy for core long-term holdings. The goal is to collect premium while managing shares. You can use calls to generate income and potentially trim shares. You can use puts to generate income and potentially add shares. Assignment is not always bad. Sometimes it is a part of the plan. The biggest danger is holding the wheel on an asset that is no longer healthy. Core takeaway: the option wheel is not about predicting every move. It is about putting a core asset to work, collecting premium, and staying disciplined enough to know when the wheel should keep turning and when it should stop. And with that, we close today's briefing. If you found value in this mission, be sure to lock in your support by liking, subscribing, and following our movement. Thanks for standing watch with me today, and until next time, trade smart, risk sharp, stay on target.